Hello everyone, this is your host, Mr. Top 10, and welcome back to another episode. Dystopian fiction fascinates us because it draws on aspects of our own world, mirroring elements of society, the environment, religion, politics, or technology. The best dystopian books present a world that, though eerily familiar, is much more frightening than our own. From the misogynist dystopia of The Handmaid's Tale and Margaret Atwood's sequel, The Testaments, to a world changed forever by a deadly pandemic in Emily St. John Mandel's dystopian novel Station 11, the best dystopian fiction often carries a warning for the future. George Orwell's 1984, in particular, only seems to grow in relevance, and Dorian Lynskey discusses the novel's fascinating history in his book The Ministry of Truth. In this video, we will talk about the best dystopian novels of all time. But before we move on, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Number 10. The Silence. Don DeLillo's The Silence is a unique dystopian novel which, rather than delving into how humanity may struggle to survive in the aftermath of a disaster, focuses on the immediate moment an unpredictable crisis hits. Although it has begun before COVID-19 existed, it's set at a time when a virus that emptied the streets is fresh in the memory, and an even greater disaster is about to strike. This is a dazzling short novel about what it means to be human in a time of crisis. Number 9. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. One of our favorite dystopian novels of recent years, Station 11 moves backwards and forwards in time, presenting the recognizable years just before a flu epidemic brought about the collapse of civilization, alongside the strange and altered worlds that exist 20 years after. It's a novel that asks questions about art and fame, and about the relationships that sustain us through anything, even the end of the world. Number 8. American War by Omar El Akkad. It's 2074, and America is once again devastated by civil war. Sarat has lost her father, her home, and is fighting for survival. She didn't start this war, but she's determined she'll end it. This powerful debut novel imagines America in the grip of a deadly plague and riven by civil war as one family are caught in the middle. This dystopian book asks us to consider what might happen if America turned its most deadly policies and weapons on itself. Number 7. The Trial by Franz Kafka. Kafka creates a nightmarish bureaucracy, which traps his protagonist in an unlawful conviction in this bleak and frightening dystopian fiction. On his 30th birthday, Joseph K. is arrested for an unknown crime. He has no idea what he has done wrong, and he is never told what he has been charged with. As he fights to prove his innocence, he struggles with the invisible law and the untouchable court, and the course of his life is changed forever. Number 6. Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Heavily influenced by the science fiction writers such as H.G. Wells who went before him, Aldous Huxley presents a future where the world controllers have created the ideal society in this classic dystopian book. Aldous members are happy consumers, kept docile with a sinister mix of genetic engineering, brainwashing, and recreational sex and drugs. Number 5. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. In this classic of feminist dystopian future, Margaret Atwood presents a world where women's bodies are controlled by the state, and handmaids are forced to provide the families of the elite with children. The best-selling TV adaptation, starring Elizabeth Moss and Samira Wiley, has been nominated for multiple awards, and the 4th series is highly anticipated. Number 4. The Testaments by Margaret Atwood. Shortlisted for the 2019 Booker Prize, The Testaments is the highly anticipated sequel to Margaret Atwood's dystopian classic, The Handmaid's Tale. Set 15 years later in the crumbling regime of the Republic of Gilead, the novel tells the story of 3 women, 2 who have come of age with no memory of life before Gilead, and 1 who is one of the few women still to wield power in society. Number 3. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. A post-apocalyptic tale of a man and his son trying to survive by any means possible, Cormac McCarthy's classic dystopian novel, The Road, is one of the most shocking, harrowing, and bleak visions of the future ever created. The book was adapted into a BAFTA-nominated film starring Viggo Mortensen in 2009. Number 2. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Possibly the most terrifying dystopian scenario for book lovers, Fahrenheit 451 is set in a not-too-distant future where books are burned and intellectual thought is illegal. Guy Montag's job as a fireman means he is responsible for burning any books that are found, because they're considered the source of all discord and unhappiness. But everything changes when Guy's doubts start to grow. Number 1. The Godless Boys by Naomi Wood. Naomi Wood's astounding dystopian novel is set in an alternative England, where the church controls the country and non-believers are exiled to a remote island. On the island, a gang of boys patrols the community, punishing anyone showing signs of faith. When a girl arrives from the mainland looking for her long-lost mother, the gang is torn apart with violent consequences. Thanks for watching. Check out some more of our videos on screen and click subscribe for more videos in the future.